saw Triple G against Kell Brook last week. Brook was the smaller guy moving up in weight, and he was able to catch Golovkin. But then once Golovkin felt he couldn't hurt him, he just kind of sold out and went right after him. Is that something that could happen against Andre Ward if you feel his power and it doesn't affect you?
Maybe yeah, look like that, but Golovkin and Kell Brook and Andre Ward, two different fighters. You know, like I can't compare Kell Brook and Andre Ward. It's two different levels of boxers. You know, like it's like believe me, it's very different.
But good morning. How much have you been watching Andre Ward over these years, even before you knew you were going to be fighting him? And what did you think of what you saw?
You know, I saw just a live two last fights, Sullivan Moreira and against Brand. Before I never watched his fights. Just I saw a couple of fights, but a couple rounds of his fights against Carl Roach and Mikhail Gessler. You know, and just I never thought that one day I will face with Andre Ward. You know, like I had enough attention where I can get attention. I mean another boxer. You know, like I was busy with in my division. I didn't get attention to super middleweight or to cruiserweight. You know, like right now Andre Ward is in light heavyweight attention. And it is light heavyweight. And right now I want to get attention of him.
So now that you are fighting him, now that you have Andre Ward in light heavyweight, how many of his past fights have you gone back and watched before Pereira?
He looked very excited, you know. No, I said like a couple against Roach and Mikhail Gessler.
I'm sorry, to clarify, now that you know that you're fighting him, have you gone back and watched his past fights?
No, not yet. Like, I have a plan to watch and learn something more about Andre Ward when we'll start my training camp.
Sergey, obviously you're a totally different fighter from the previous opponents Ward has faced, but from what have you seen who he has faced, which one of them has laid down some kind of a pattern that you think you can grow from and have success once you step into the ring with? What fighter has laid down some kind of game plan to be able to fight Ward?
In his fighting or in
No, him. From what he's seen from the fighters that Ward has fought, which one of those individuals does he feel has laid some kind of pattern for him to grow on, an idea of how to fight Ward and be successful?
видел какие-то
I already answered for this, you know. I didn't learn something, you know, before about the underworld, you know, and I saw just the fight against Miguel Gessler and Carl Froch, you know, like something like look maybe against Carl Froch because he's like a puncher too, you know, and his skills like look like mine. But I'm gonna do boxing a little bit different, not like Carl Froch, you know. And my goal is to get next
So in this preparation and to the previous ones, do you acquire sparring that has some kind of feature of your opponent?
I already found a couple guys, somebody I will bring from Russia, one guy is local in America, from America, but I need like maybe 3-4 more, like looking forward now. We have like 1 more month, for when I start the sparring session.
Where have you been preparing for this fight?
California also.
Can you say which guys you brought into sparring, which American sparring partner, and which guy?
No, I don't know. I don't know any names, like he found me, but he said like this guy is.
Sergey,
He is good for you, okay?
about your ability to fight a boxer. I'm not saying that their styles are exactly alike, but Bernard Hopkins is a great boxer. And what you did is you solved the problem and you fought him and like nobody else ever did. And you literally won every round against the great Bernard Hopkins. Does this give you confidence about how good you can be against a smart boxer?
Yeah, it little bit helped me believe in myself that I can win, to get next win over young Hopkins or face underworld. Underworld like looking like young Hopkins.
Would you compare your fight with Ward to the potential fight between Golovkin and Canelo? And how do you see that as turning out?
Good question, yeah. How I saw and I worked in Big Bear Lake, and lived in Big Bear 1.5 years and part of it was United a lot of times, and I saw that when they sparred each other, they was like 50-50. Because yeah, the Canelo looked very good with United, and everybody in the training camp the sparring was very interesting, because Canelo was very good with United, and I don't know, let's make this fight, and let's wait this fight. Very interesting. And therefore, right now I support Canelo in this fight against Liam Smith, because I want to see this fight against Canelo against Golovkin. And I don't want to.
Sergey? This is going to be your first time fighting on pay-per-view. I just wanted to get your thoughts about what does it mean to you to be in the main event of a... Now, at what point in your professional career did you think to yourself, or did maybe Agus mention it, or Kathy, where you thought, hey, this is a possibility, maybe I can be a pay-per-view fighter? Maybe I'm thinking perhaps after your victory against Hopkins, but you tell me, when did you think that this was possible?
Every boxer dreams. Every boxer is dream to be on HBO, at a high level. But when you get this level in fighting on HBO, you dream about HBO pay-per-view. It's already like the highest level, and my dreams come true in America.
Sergey, you were there during the sparring between Canelo and Triple G at Big Bear. You actually watched it live when they were sparring.
Yeah, I watched it like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, Canelo made the shape for his coming up fights. shape, in a high altitude. But Gennady lived always there, you know, and he always in a great shape, like ready to fight any day, you know.
They were going full force, and they weren't holding back when they were sparring. They were just going at each other.
What I saw, not like a fight, like in a fight, you know, like a show, but like a sparring, yes. Nobody wants to get punched on his face, you know, like, and trying to deliver his punch, you know, like, they fought, yeah, they fought, but 100% or not, like, but look very impressive, yeah.
When was this?
But,
When was it?
2011, 2012.
Who won? Who got the better?
I already answered that they looked both very good, you know, like, and like 50-50, and I cannot to say that who will win. If possible, if fight will happen. But of course I will be support Gennady because he's my friend.
We're on promotion Kovalev Ford, not Gennady Golovkin. Canelo. I'm sorry.
And Sergey, as they're talking about the sparring between Canelo and Golovkin, there's a lot of people saying from Freddie Rush to Abel Sanchez that in the sparring session between you and Golovkin, that Golovkin got the better of you and he put you down. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Did you see myself?
No. That's
Don't
all.
believe to this threat.
Why would they say something like that if why would they say something like that if it's not true? If it never.
You know, like, I don't want to explain who said this, you know, their story. Some my coach. Some my coach said this when I left his training camp, you know. He was disappointed, very disappointed that I left his training camp. And,
He says he has video.
huh?
He says he has video. Abel
Right,
Sanchez.
he's not putting on.
Why no, yeah. If you will see video, like, we can speak about this video.
Also, if I may.
You know, like, when I, sorry, sometimes, you know, like, in the sparring happens everything, you know, like, because we are not dancers, you know, we are not swimmers, you know, like, we're not not cheesemen, we're boxers. And in the sparring, everything can happen, you know, like, and here nothing bad if somebody like got body shot or something, you know, like, it's regular things in the boxing sparring boxing.
And if I may just put something in context, you know, this was even discussed. Sergey used to spar with Gennady all the time, and the period of time in which this may or may not have happened, Sergey was an 8-round fighter, and Gennady was a world champion. And I'll just leave it at that. Sparring story should stay in the gym. There's a good reason why they do.
Thank you.
Sorry, beating more basically makes you not only the best fighter in the division, but the best fighter in the world on anyone's list. What does that mean to you personally, being considered the best fighter in the division?
Yeah, it means a lot, you know, it means everything. Because it's my goal. It's my goal to be best right now. Because I never got attention for to be boxer pound for pound, you know. But when called this status of this fight, the winner will be best boxer pound for pound. I got like a new goal. I got new goal, and right now I follow for this goal. And it's good motivation.
Obviously, you don't want to look ahead. I don't know about anyone else who do that, but theoretically, you beat more, right? What does that do for you in terms of business-wise? Does that you think that people may not want to fight you anymore? Does that hurt your career? Does that stop pretty good fights?
another dream, you know, to another goal. I'm still young. I have a wish to continue fighting. You know, I'm very interested in continue my career because like a lot of young children, a lot of young people and children getting example from me, you know, like, and follow from me. Like, I'm very happy that I give to some children motivation. You know, a lot of children in Russia like really believe in me, you know, and follow me, and like put in my posters in graves, you know, in the room, you know, like in the wall. I'm very happy, you know, and I wanna wait who will change for me from Russia, you know, like put my, I mean, when I finish when I will see who deserves to be in my place, in my position, you know. And after this, I can go to retire.
Sergey, like he said, the winner of this fight will be perceived as pound for pound #1 fighter in boxing. But not looking past this fight, what would you have to say about Bernabib? He's very outspoken about wanting to face you. He feels that he's ready to face you, but what do you have to say about him as an opponent in the future?
Nothing. I don't want to speak about anybody, you know, except Andrew. Right now, my focus on this fight, you know, like, it will be wrong things thinking about somebody, you know.
Sergey, sorry. You said there are kids in Russia who look up to you and they have posters and all that. Having not been in those rooms, how popular are you in Russia? Like, are you the Michael Jordan of Russia or the Steph Curry of Russia? Aaron Rodgers, Dallas Cowboy, Tony Romo? Give me some context.
You know, I'm not a hero in Russia, believe it. I'm just famous between like guys who busy with the boxing, who busy with the sport. It's the most I'm famous between guys who busy with fighting sport, you know, like who is like kickboxing, you know, like boxers, you know, like karate, like, who busy with fighting sport, you know, like a lot of people recognize me, yeah, sure, but not like Mayweather in the world.
Okay. Thank God.
I called to Evgeny and push him like, this is your opportunity, you know, like you must to get this fight and never lose this opportunity, you know, like. And he got this fight and he won title, you know. And these fights like this, for somebody will have believe in himself, you know, like it's like a new motivation for somebody, I think so.
And you know, I see some people in this room, Ron, Larry, Bill, Don, who sat in those rooms when we had press conferences back when I was fighting Hearns and you were fighting. Did anyone ever hear a question like, well, do you think it's a good idea to take this fight?
No.
Do you think any of those guys ever thought about that? Because that's absurd. Like, sport is supposed to be sport. It's supposed to be competitive.
Yeah, it's sport.
Leonard and Burns, Angelo Dundee famous and said, let it cook for a while until it's out of the movie ready.
That wasn't that long, though. It wasn't 5 years.
No, that is
A
correct.
few months.
I'm not scared to lose even to lose this fight, you know, and any fights, because I had already a lot of losses in my amateur career, and from these losses, I got a lot of experience and stuff, and became better, you know, like, with this experience. And this fight, like, this is hugest test in my career. Me too, like, I'm interested. I deserve this victory or not, you know, like, if I don't deserve this victory, like, I need more spend time spend more time in the gym, you know, and to get something new, you know, to add something new in my skills and for my boxing shape. It's really a huge test for me. I must to prove that I deserve this level.
Kathy, question for you. So far, I think Sergey and Gennady came on the scene around the same time, but so far, Gennady's been more popular, I guess, in terms of arenas, even though both guys are good draws on TV. Do you think this could be the fight that would change that and make Sergey a bigger draw going forward in arenas?
I don't know that we're in a competition. Sergey, as I pointed out, was an 8-round fighter when Gennady was a world champion with Olympic medals. But Sergey, the fact that they are now using Sergey to give publicity for Gennady, I think that says it all.
Well, I'm just meant that. Do you think that Sergey will be a bigger draw in arenas after this fight? This will raise his profile.
I think he's been a big draw. You guys just haven't paid attention. He went into Wales where he won the title in the Southland Arena. He fought for Rod Hopkins in his hometown in the sold out arena. The fight draws the crowd, and this one's going to do really well. Like I said, it's not a contest, but I think if you put on great fights and you make people your fans, yes, you're going to sell more tickets. That's the goal. It's been growing. He fought in Russia, by the way. We sold that arena. Didn't take very long to sell that.
Sergey, part of your dream is that after you knock out your next opponent, that you'll be challenged as heavyweight champion of the world?
Let's fight the weapon. After this, I will ask you for a question. Like, what would be, I don't know, like, sometimes, like, I would do, like, a move to another division, you know, like, but it's a big difference. Big, very big, you know, because they're very big guys, like, 5-6 rounds, I'm okay. But for 12 rounds, I don't know, like, I need more work with the weights. You know. I don't like to work with the weights.
You might make a lot of money though.
Right now, this division is empty. You know.
Right, that's one of the reasons I'm asking.
It's empty. When I just came to pro, Eggie said me like, it's okay. You should do like losing the weight a little bit more to super middleweight. There's the most fighters right now, famous fighters, and a lot of money there. Like, hey, it's not my goal like, to get money, you know. Like, I cannot like, cut my hand or my leg, you know. Like, and to get the Superman middleweight division. I can be there, but not for all life, you know. Like, just for a couple of week fights, it's not reason, you know. Let's do make a famous light heavyweight division. And I like doing light heavyweight, and light heavyweight right now is very famous division.
Anybody else?
If this fight does well on pay-per-view, Kathy, would you see Sergey as becoming now a pay-per-view fighter, or do you know?
Of course.
It all depends on. Yeah.
Of course. I think he is the most dynamic, exciting fighter in the sport, and I think that fans are going to recognize that, and they'll want to come back and see him again. Of course.
But always on that platform, or would you go back and forth if this fight does?
I think it's smart to go back and forth anyway, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. This is something that we have to figure out today.
Is that important to have? I mean, obviously it's important to have good pay-per-view buys, but the perception of Sergey and Ward as great fighters that they are, and I'm speaking that in the sense of Crawford and Postol, they had very low pay-per-view sales, but it was the 1 and 2 fighter at the 140 division. So where does that really fall in line as being recognized the best fighter and the pay-per-view buys?
I think comparing that fight to this is apples and oranges. What you have here is a very significant fight in the division between two guys who are becoming universally recognized among the top 5 in the world. And I think that our goals here, our aspirations are modest. You have to start somewhere. This is the first pay-per-view for both of them. And I think we have a special event, the third time ever since Ring Magazine started keeping track of pound-for-pound ratings, that 2 top 5 guys undefeated fighting each other. The Chavez and Taylor and De La Hoya and Trinidad. And that last time it happened was 17 years ago. So it's sad that this is such a rare occurrence in our sport, that you have two undefeated fighters in such a significant fight at this moment in time. Happen to be both in the top 5, happen to be in the same division at the moment, makes this happen. It is a rare occurrence, it's historic, and it's a historic event, and I think that's going to help drive sales in a way that it did for some of these other big events.
As this is a historic event, obviously not talking about the past, but the Q&A that was held in Los Angeles, there was a lot of concern in the media. You guys said that Ward was a no-show or whatnot. The media believed he was supposed to be there. Can you kind of clarify that moment there of the press tour so
You
far?
know, he comes in here in 5 minutes, maybe you could ask him.
Look, the issue wasn't that he wasn't there, he knew he wasn't coming that day. And I don't want to get into all the stuff that happened. It's over, we moved past it, we're happy to fight. That's all that really matters.
Sergey, you mentioned that, the young kids, younger generation have posters of you as motivation, and you becoming, you're on the highest level of pay-per-view, to be a big stage. So who was on your wall when you were growing up? Who was your motivation? Who did you look up to?
When I was a child, before boxing, my first years of boxing was my idol is Jean-Claude Van Damme. All my walls in my room was, but my room was busy with my sister, my younger brother, and me. We lived three in one room, but all walls was of my posters with Jean-Claude Van Damme. One poster was with Stallone and with Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger, because movies, Americans movies in Russia was, how something, something unbelievable, something unbelievable, that how they it's really, I was very excited to watch American movies, as with Arnold Schwarzenegger, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, or Stallone, and yes, I love to watch these movies, and with translation, with Russian translation. Right now, translation is very different, like professional, but that time was you could hear English word, and after this only goes translate, and this ugly translator, we watched this fight last week or 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago in Los Angeles, did a green screen, some my movements, like karate, some moments, for thriller with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know what the movie is going to be, but me and Van Damme appeared in the same film, the same movie.
You will get to see that soon on Young. It's part of
Yeah.
our promotion, yeah.
Congratulations.
They did an amazing job. Excuse me, what?
Sergey said in Russia was